everybody? I'm back again with another video in beautiful Bangkok, Thailand. And today I want to hit another neighborhood that's kind of like a hippie neighborhood, trendy neighborhood. Not sure if I'm saying the correct Ekkamai or Ekkamai. A little bit far from here, but I think the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hop in the... I'm good, thank you, I'm walking, yeah. So first thing I think I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take the Sky Train, head over there, and then I'm gonna walk my way all the way back here towards the accommodation. But I think it's known for having vibrant restaurants, neighborhoods, nightlife, skyscrapers, you know. You don't see much activity because it's only like 10 in the morning, but I'm trying to rush before the heat starts kicking in. It's already feeling like 96 degrees, which is like in the mid 30s Celsius, but it's always hot out here. So yeah, but let's head towards the Sky Train, buy the ticket, and we're gonna take it all the way towards Ekkamai and start filming the road and the area over there to see what it looks like. This is what I call the quiet before the storm. Look how quiet it is now. But in the nighttime, vibrant, the neon lights are on, you know, so busy people. Like I say, most of the foreigners that be staying out here, most of the restaurants they have out here are Western or other nationalities, so you tend to be a little bit more pricier over here. Still cheaper than in the West, but if you want to get like food more affordable, try to exit Sukhumvit Road 11 and try to hit other streets out here. And you can find some pretty authentic cuisines in Thailand, you know, much more affordable options. I tell you, this is so different in the daytime. The nighttime, this would be like all the neon lights. And even over here also they got the cable wires. Just like in other countries in Southeast Asia. And then once I hit this street, Sukhumvit, there goes the Sky Train. To my left should be the entrance. I'm gonna buy the tickets and then hop in the train. I think it's a couple of stops. The mission is gonna be me walking back, but it'll be a good way to see the city. I think in that area is where they have also like a bus terminal that can take you to Pattaya. I think that's where it dropped me the last time I came here. They got the man selling lottery tickets and then Nana station right here. Also easy to process to buy a ticket. You know, they got machines that take coins and other ones that take cash, but if you don't know, you can ask the ticket counter booth and they will assist you with the stations. Wow, it's really quiet now, but if you come during rush hour, it's actually busy. And let me figure out how do I buy the tickets right now. Here it is. So just choose English version. Then the station now I gotta go somewhere like around this area. Let me just check. So I wanna go to Ekkamai. So it'll be E7. E7 and its fare for one person is 32 baht, so I think I have the exact amount of change, so I'm gonna put it in. This is the ticket over here. All you gotta do is just tap in like this. And then you're inside. And then figure which side of the station you wanna go. I think I gotta go down this way. Keep in mind here in Thailand, trains, cars, they go the opposite direction that you're used to back in the West. So yeah, it's gonna be a couple of stops. Wow, the station is looking pretty nice now. It goes a train literally missing, but that's okay. I'm sure another one will be coming up pretty quickly, so. It's a nice looking train, right? I tell you, I only walk a little bit to the station, I'm already starting to feel the fumes and the heat. So we're in for a little bit of a treat out there walking in the other neighborhood, but hey, part of the experience, you know. Here, I think after 3 minutes, here comes the other train. But this is not even rush hour. I'm pretty sure in rush hour they come one after another one. Here it is. Nice modern futuristic BTS train, also known as the Sky Train. Oh, I like how they have the designs here. Making the train looks nice. It's not too packed now, so. Then here you gotta wait in line to get in and then just get in the train. Made it to Ekkamai, and the first thing I'm noticing is like the mixture of modern malls and the fact that you can literally connect to the mall from the station, you know. Here's one that's called Ekkamai Corner. You can see a little bit of the street scene over here, so. And then on the other side, I think they have like a mall too, so it's like a lot of modern buildings for this highway over here. So I don't know where to start, but I'll start getting some shots. Just gonna start hitting the street level and explore what's out here in this neighborhood and walk all the way back towards my accommodation. So wish me luck. Trying to get a car here. And so basically what I'm seeing here, it seems like they have a lot of mini shopping centers all connected together. But the good thing, like I said, everywhere you walk around in Bangkok is walkable. Here is what you get, a modern building. And here they got like another mall and a super tall building. I'm gonna make it towards this side because I think when you Google this area, there's like an orange building ahead that always pops up that I think is in the other side. So I just want to show you guys. Now it's time for me to hit the street level to see what can I find here. Over here, the buildings are a little bit more isolated in the area that I'm staying in Saturn. But I see a lot of high-rise condos. So I think it's like some of the upscale areas that you have here in Bangkok. So, you know, I'm gonna wander around a little bit. The buildings are just literally like just keep going. So a little bit of a long walking distance, but I also see a couple of street murals around. And here you see Ekkamai corner, so it's kind of like a mixture of a mini mall and condo units. So all over here is like you see the modern buildings that they got going on here. That makes it nice. And the sidewalks pretty nice and well paved and clean. So, you know, wow, look at this, they even have a Christmas decoration. That's dope. There are more modern buildings ahead of me. And what I like about Bangkok is how you can get literally all over the city using train system, you know, and you don't have to be stuck in traffic. And the train system here is pretty efficient and pretty good. So a lot of cities, they should literally take notes. It's like a coffee joint on the other side. So I think it's just mostly like upscale, high-end restaurants. Maybe in the nighttime, the vibes here, they change. And then here you can see how they have like a little isolated area with nature. And then the building here is looking pretty nice. So I'm sure the people who live upstairs, they get an impressive view of the Bangkok skyline. So far, pretty nice. One thing that I'm learning in the video that I made yesterday, I was talking about the yellow division, which they have here. I was told that that's usually for people who are blind and they use their stick to walk around. So that identifies them, you know, where they're going and they have an idea. So it's actually a really good concept. And if that's the case, then United States should take note and build cities like that. You know, make the sidewalks like that style, you know, for everybody. Here's actually a nasty traffic jam, wow. Thank God I'm not driving or sitting in a Grab car. So I just rather walk it. And then over here we got a couple of local restaurants here. So I'm pretty sure maybe here you can find more options. This is like a Thai restaurant. Some of the Thai cuisines out here. So yeah, a lot going on. Now the difference about this area versus the other areas I've filmed, you don't see really much movement of people walking. You do see, but not much like you see in other areas. And I think that happens in many cities around the world. Like if you go to the upscale areas, it's not really that crowded. Mostly what I see is traffic jams. I'm the only guy walking around here. Well, not the only one, there's a few people. But I see like literally the buildings all spread out. So I think I'm just gonna walk back towards the main road and see what actions can I find over there. I ain't gonna lie, I'm starting to think about my choices right now because the humidity is starting to kick in. So I think it's better if I go to the main road because over there I'm sure there's mini malls so I can shelter there and get some AC. Maybe if there's a 7-Eleven, I'll get water or some refreshments and then I continue my journey walking back towards Sukhumvit. Like I say, see, mostly heavy traffic jam out here. Pretty common in many cities in Southeast Asia, like here, Manila, Jakarta. You'll see traffic jams, but if you have a good public transportation system, then you don't need to really be driving out here. There's a lot of condos on the other side too. I wonder what street is that. Well, I can merge and check it out. Here I'm heading where the SkyTrain passes by. Not gonna make it right, and I think this is where it should be better. Over there ahead of me, I see the buses from Bangkok to Pattaya. So the station should be somewhere around here, now that I remember. That was actually the first time I found out about this district over here with the bus stop. Oh, and ahead of me, I see Mark Wing's restaurant. The thing is, I don't have really good tolerance for spicy food, so I'm gonna cross in front of it and check it out. This is actually the bus terminal that I came the last time. And here you would take your bus to Pattaya. I think other areas in Bangkok too. So this is where you come if you want to travel to another region. It's literally right here. Then I took a Grab and I went towards my accommodation. Well, like I said, the traffic can be a little bit insane out here. But now let me just show you the outside of Mark Wings. Maybe later I'll come and try the non-spicy one. But I think it's pretty much famous for the chilies and the spices. And this is it right here. Fed Mark. That's his iconic restaurant. You can see how busy it is. Wow, it is busy. So if I want to come later, That's gonna be the challenge for me. Trying to find a spot to eat. The line is pretty long. I want to show you the menu. This is mostly like the menu they have. Not too bad, the prices. And then the spice level. Also, they do have non-spicy, and then, of course, fuego, depending on your spice level, how you can handle it. So it's actually a good idea to have it near the bus station. So whether you're traveling in or out of Bangkok, you feel hungry, you could go grab a bite right there for a cheap price, so that's not bad. And then talking about the sidewalks, it has like the yellow line in the middle. Like I was told it was for blind people. Here you can see in a sample. I see a lot of Asian cities, they have this concept right here. Something tells me I'm really gonna burn in this heat. I'm gonna see if I find the closest mall and then do a detour. Or any place where they sell water or something to hydrate myself. Because the heat here in Thailand is literally no joke. Then look how nice this building is with street art. You guys know I'm a huge fan of street art. So here's a little bit isolated, but I know if I walk ahead, it gets actually better. And there's an overpass that's going to cross to the other side, but I think there's more action happening in this side of the road. You see hotels. This is Intercontinental, Sukhumvit. You see like a nice looking condo over there at the end. Look at this building. It's like a thin building, but actually pretty tall. So they got more futuristic skyscrapers out here in Bangkok. Like I say, if you detour in some of the smaller streets, it's just gonna be like older buildings and a lot of restaurants next to each other. And over here, I think it's gonna get more better because I see new developments going on over here. Let's see, this is 7-Eleven. Oh no, it's just a pharmacy. I saw a 7-Eleven in the other side, but the nearest 7-Eleven I see, I'm gonna stop and get myself some water. Oh, they have a Marriott apartment here. Marriott Sukhumvit. I tell you, the hotels here in Asia, they hit different. Like even if you get a little bit on the cheaper side, they put a lot of details in the room and everything. Here's where they got this cool concept where they got the bridge underneath the SkyTrain. So that's a good concept because you can walk in shelter from the heat and also the rain. Then they got like little roads like this that will take you to other areas and you'll see a lot of restaurants. So I think that's what makes Bangkok unique. Like the little tiny streets there, here's a 7-Eleven. Woohoo, let's go buy water or something. I don't know, I got a lot of coins in my pocket, so I tell you, 7-Eleven in Thailand hits different. I tell you, man, you get outside from the heat and you walk inside, it hits different, man, like refreshing. They got like a lot of stuff here. Cheap too, 13 baht, 20 baht the drinks, also like a couple of cents. But I cannot stay too long in the AC because that's how you get sick. Here you see all the drinks. See like a big soda is only 19 baht, which is probably like 40 cents US. Then you got water. In the United States, you're gonna pay like $4 for a damn water. Here it's only 10 baht. So that's, yeah, roughly like maybe 30 cents. Even the big one, 33 baht, which is roughly like $1. So I'll just get any water, the 10 baht one. So here, 10 baht. Regular water, so hopefully this will hydrate me while I walk outside. They also got vitamin water, everything.
10 baht.
Thank you. It's okay. 10 baht water, that's like, I would say like 40, 50 cents. Good size too. So now it's gonna hit different when you're drinking it in the heat though. Here we go, the drink of heaven. Oh, Lord. You imagine riding this bus over here. No aircon, the small seats all together. Ah, thank you, Lord, man. Tell you, the water literally hits different when you drink it in the heat. So I'm just gonna sip it little by little until I make it to the other side. And this is Sukhumvit 55 Road. So another major street that takes you, I guess, to another area of Bangkok. Of course, connected by the icon, the BTS train. Over here is where it hits different area. You're gonna start seeing like little food stalls. Oh, they got a whole meal out here. Right here, there was a man making roti. Then over here, you got a little bit of a street food. So once you live like the touristy areas, you find cheaper food options like this one. It's like a whole meal here. They're making food too, wow. It's like coconut curry. Interesting. You know, Thailand is literally known for street food. I think it's some of the best street foods international in the whole world. It competes with other countries around here, so you know, a lot of people that come here to experience. Of course, you gotta know where to look at. But yeah, pretty nice out here. Not too far from here is a district area called Klon Toy. And it's like a Mr. area. You know, a lot of foreigners like to go to an area that has apparently like a slum. But you know, it's only like a little portion of the district. There's a lot of good areas out here. Just like any place is good and bad, you know. The condos here are looking pretty awesome. Doing a little detour here to show you a little bit of the contrast of the buildings once you enter like the main streets. But they look pretty cool though, you know, they got the cable wires on top with architecture, but they have a lot of business in the first level. Here, see? This is what a lot of buildings around Thailand, they look like once you enter like the touristy areas, and then you see some of the high-rise condos out here. But I think in little streets like this, even though this is not tiny, this is where all the local action happens. You see a couple of locals over there lining up to get some food. Well, I see there it says User's Choice 2023. So, you know, when you see people like that, I guess it must be actually legit. You can take a little peek over there to see what's going on. What's this about? Why do I see so many locals lining up here? Okay, it's kind of like a carindera. You see the people eating out there and everything. That's nice. And they got another restaurant right here. When you see a queue of people lining up, that's how you know the food is good and it's safe to eat. Always follow where the locals go. And then there's probably like an actually decent, affordable price right here. So, but let's continue exploring. If I see anything more interesting, I'll turn on the camera and show you guys. So I don't know how far I am from where I gotta go. I'm pretty sure I'm far, but I'm not gonna even look at the map. I'm just gonna push it forward to see what's going on. But challenging myself to walk in 100-degree weather, humid weather, water out here. But that doesn't stop me. Oh, this street is nice, man. Now I get distracted with all the streets out here. This over here, the street here makes me feel like if I'm back home in Puerto Rico. Like the buildings are not too tall. It still has the concrete buildings, but the sidewalks are a little bit similar. Right here, see, I think this is like a residential unit. Probably like a residential street here. So you see all the difference. So you just gotta enter the Sukhumvit area to see, you know, a local style. Then of course the BTS passes here. It's kind of giving me that vibe like if I'm in New York. Like once you enter the main street or a street that has a subway line, you enter a quiet residential unit. The contrast, that looks pretty cool. Then here I think this lifts up. They already have the Chinese New Year decoration that's happening within a few days. So yeah, I think they celebrated hardcore here in Bangkok. And look at this building, it looks really cool, like the architecture. So here's where the area's gonna get pretty modern. I do remember I walked here one time during the evening. So here, you know, I think they have a couple of malls, residential units, a lot of action pack over here. So I'm gonna see if I head towards the overpassage to get some shots of this area. And over here you have like little tiny shops. I tell you, Thailand is super convenient. Like you can get literally anything within doorsteps of wherever you're staying. And here's where it lights up in the nighttime. Like last time when I went to Jakarta, I'll tell you, an area like this, Block M, it reminded me of this side because they have like the same bridge and the lights. But yeah, this was the first one that I saw. I can smell the food too, it smells pretty good. Like I say, I think my only complaint about Thailand is just the heat. But hey, that's just part of life. You can't really do anything about it. The mall over here, so I'm probably gonna shelter inside for a little bit just to get some air conditioning. But I see something pretty interesting ahead of me. So I just wanna show you guys. Forgive me if I'm sweating, you know, it's just, the heat is a little bit intense out here. Man, what do we got here? It seems literally like it's a high-end mall. Let me take a little peek. It's like a little tiny mall that I'm sheltering here to get air conditioning. Like I said, this is a good thing about many cities in Southeast Asia. Like, despite the weather being brutally hot, they got like little malls that you can shelter in and get some air con. Then here they have an overpassage outside, so I want to check out what's going on. They have like a nice New Year decoration, Chinese New Year. This here's to the station, the SkyTrain, and then seems like they're gonna have an event here, maybe when the weather gets actually nicer. So they got the chairs over there. Maybe later when the weather, like I say, it looks like a cruise ship, the building here, like the design is actually awesome. And of course, this is one of the SkyTrain train stations. This overpassage is awesome because it's actually, you know, big. And then you can get a view of the city right here. And they even have like some vegetation You know, so it's not all concrete jungle. Then over here you get like a nice view of Bangkok. This is another mini mall that they have. I might walk inside and check it out. And this is the street scene. Wow, they got an IKEA over there. That must be like another mall on a Holiday Inn. So here you see some of the high-rise buildings that Bangkok has to offer. Here's one of the tiny malls, and you see how they decorated everything with Chinese New Year that's happening in a few days. So pretty great, the details that they put here. And then this overpass, as you see how beautiful it is. I ain't gonna lie, it literally looks like Chelsea Highline, the way how they decorate it. Like the grass and everything, you know, the cobblestones. Look at this. So it's like mini. Then they have like a local park over here. That looks pretty nice. The name of this little local park is Bench City Park. They got a couple of multiple parks around here, so it makes sense. Now let's hit the street level and continue our exploration until I make it towards the street that I'm staying. Here's a little bit of the local park. It's not too big, but it looks beautiful. Surrounded by the buildings and the skyscrapers. They have an IKEA over there. That's pretty cool. Here I am inside the little park. Wow. Urban oasis, like peaceful and quiet here, and then ahead of me I'm surrounded by the skyscraper and the craziness of Bangkok right here. It's literally like magic. But it just proves you all the beauty that this city has to offer. And now they have like this little connector near the park back to where I was walking in a couple of multiple tall buildings. So I'm pretty sure it's like mini malls next to each other. Right here, see? Around here is where they got the IKEA buildings. I'm probably gonna walk inside here and see what can I find. Wow, this is it right here. Pretty good air conditioning, and it's like entertainment district. It's kind of reminding me of the Chelsea Market in Manhattan. This is kind of like a modern version and actually bigger. They have supermarkets, food court, restaurants, a little bit of everything. So I tell you, this city never stops to amaze me with all the options that it has to offer. I'm up in the second floor over here. This is cool, man. Over here's gonna be even nicer, the decorations. And this is what I talk about some of my previous videos, why it's important to have train stations, because they usually develop near the train stops, like buildings, residential, and then malls like this. Usually in the States, if you go outside New York City, they have a lot of areas where they apparently have like mass transit, but it's pretty empty around. But here, you know, they make the space pretty useful, and they manage it with greenery and everything. Right here, look for the second floor. You can see they got this decoration here of the dragon. It seems like they go hardcore over here. That's nice. Not gonna lie, this is actually a vibrant area. Wow. Never knew about this spot. So they're decorating, you know, for an event later, and then they got a food court all over. So many choices of food out here for you guys to eat, you know. Mostly desserts. Right here, just want to show you a little bit. This is too big, but I just want to show you like a little portion of this, you know. Look at the beautiful decoration. And then here, this place must be good because they have a lot of people here trying to order. I like a boba tea joint. They have, I want to show you the street art here, Korean food. Like I said, it reminds me of Chelsea Market and the Cow Market in Brooklyn, New York. But the real deal here in Asia. You got food, street food. Oh, the prices are good, like 205 baht, noodles, you know. And it's really close to the BTS SkyTrain stop, so, oh wow, this is good. And here we got more, you know. This is only one portion, they got more on the other side. Oh, it looks like street food, but indoors. Cool concept, you know, if you don't want to eat out in the brutal heat that is here in Thailand, you can shelter inside this and eat, you know, with air conditioning, pretty comfortable because they have nice tables out here. On the other side, they have like, this is Thai food. Rice, the eggs. Then on top of the floor, they have IKEA, and then over here they got more right here. Oh, where's this go? Damn. That looks dope. Nice. And there's like more on the other side, so yeah, this place is pretty lit, man. I'm loving it. But yeah, pretty interesting concept. Even outside here, they have a nice decoration. Look at it, wow. Come here, take pictures. Even the building is looking nice. First time experiencing this. And being there for a little bit, I was there for like 20 minutes. It helped me out with the weather. So, because like I say, it's very hot outside, but they got pretty good air conditioning in here. So I was able to manage a little bit of cool off, you know, with the brutal heat. But now I can continue my walk towards where I'm staying. I think I'm just gonna wrap up the video for now. And here you see, pretty busy. This is one of the most visited cities in the whole world, Bangkok. I can see why, like I tell you, it's like lots of outsiders or foreigners, however you call it. And it has a lot to offer, and the prices are very good, you know, like affordable. And this is where I want to bring in something, you know, especially for my people out there in the States. You know, of course, it's a great country out there, but keep in mind, I think you spend more money traveling to domestic around the States than traveling out here abroad. I think it's much better if you come over here abroad because it's much more affordable. You see real culture, and there's a lot to see out here. Then over here, Grab is the option if you want to have food delivery. So that's good, the motorbikes and everything. So they have an Argentinian steakhouse. I heard they also got like a couple of Cuban restaurants out here. Look at the motorbikes. Good form of transportation out here. Gotta watch out with the cars so that I don't get run over. But yeah, I heard they have a couple of good Cuban restaurants out here. I might check them out later. And now I'm getting close to the area that I'm very familiar with this Asok. That's where they got the big, massive mall, Terminal 21. I think you could detour in some of these little streets over here. You know what? Curious me, I want to check it out. Let's see what is out in these little streets. Since I'm recovered from the heat, right now it's not too busy, but you're gonna find a lot of cafes, cute restaurants. Oh, this is good Thai food. Even got burritos, cold beer. If you love drinking cerveza, massage joint. I'm pretty sure in the nighttime it gets very busy out here, so. So, little issue. I was filming, I didn't cover that. I respect even, you know, what they're doing. But yeah, I was filming the food, right? I didn't know there was a massage parlor over there. Then one of the women came up like, hello, please delete that, you know. So, you know, I didn't film the moment. Most of the people, they film it. But keep in mind, I had no idea that I was there. But hey, you know, that's like, just carry on, you know. But like I said, most of the foreigners, they will document the moment where the massage ladies are getting aggressive. I'm not like that. I just respect what they do. You know, you don't know what's their situation and anything. But if you guys look at my video, I'm just documenting the streets. So, I mean, this is a public area right here. This is touristy, so I don't know what is the issue. If they got an issue, maybe they should just have the massage parlor like private, you know, so I don't know, carry on. Okay, once again, I'm taking advantage of the bridge over here to walk and shortcut to the other side. And then the other side, you're being familiar with what it looks like, you know, a lot of nice malls, a lot of modern areas, so much to see. So I think ahead of me, I'm just gonna start wrapping up the video. So I think now in the afternoon, things are starting to pick up. You're gonna start seeing more people out here hanging out. Yeah, and then like in this area, Sukhumvit, a lot of hotels, a lot of activities going on. Here you can see the difference. Wow, so I did manage to walk a long distance out here. So pretty manageable, yo. And they got a coffee shop 24 hours. That's nice. But I think I've seen enough already for today. Later I'll probably film something else, and next 2 days I'm out here. So I'm gonna start wrapping up my video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more. Be safe out there, everybody. God bless y'all, and peace.